Welcome to Vegamsar Solutions video on how to optimize your WordPress website for on-page SEO. SEO, you may already know, has two different elements. One is optimizing your website itself to perform well in the Google searches and also with other search engines. The other part is about building backlinks with various websites across the internet. So that's called off-page SEO. In this video, we will look at only the on-page SEO element. This is specifically about WordPress, so I'm going to talk about certain WordPress specific backend features to optimize, and also I'm going to talk about the content optimization. If we are taking a particular page, how do we optimize those content? First one is enabling the search engine itself. In WordPress, there is one section under the reading, the settings area, where if we enable it, search engines should not be listing your domain, your particular website in their indexes. This one is normally used during the development stages, so that it's not getting listed. But once it goes live, goes into production, you should uncheck it, so that the search engines will start indexing your website. That's very important. Whatever else you do may not be reflected unless this is really sorted out. The next one is about permalinks. It is how the URL looks like. By default, WordPress will have a permalink with post ID on it. So that's not going to be very helpful as far as SEO is concerned. It should be checked to this model, your domain / sample post kind of thing. That sample post is the web page title or the URL you wanted to have. Third one is about making the sitemap available. Any search engine, when it comes to first, it looks at the robot.txt to see whether it can index the file, index the website or not, and then it comes to see whether there is a sitemap XML document available, so that it can just take that list and start indexing them. As far as WordPress is concerned, it's very easy to build an XML sitemaps. There are plenty of plugins available. You can just install one of them after looking at their rating, of course, and it will be automatically added. And also, you can make it automatic, so that every time when you add a web page or a blog, it should automatically update the XML sitemap XML, and it will send it across to Google as well and other search engines as you configure. The next important bit is not about exactly the optimizing the web page itself, but more to using the Webmaster tools that are provided by Google and Bing, and understanding whether the indexing has happened properly and was there any issues with the web pages, 404 errors and things like that. So it's very important to sign up yourself with Google and Bing. The insights provided over there is very useful, and we should be monitoring them as well on a regular basis to avoid any missing bits and pieces. The fifth one is about web traffic tools. This is again, I'm talking about analysis piece rather than actual optimization. And you should have a very good analytics tool to understand how your pages are performing. Whether the traffic is expected as per your vision or your goal. If it is not, then you should change your keywords and tactics and things like that. So Google Analytics, one of the best one around there. It's free as well, so go for it. Coming back to again optimization side, your site should be responsive. This is getting critical nowadays because users are using plenty of different size devices, tabs, and mobiles. It's getting critical. Google has announced they are going to favor the um, responsive websites. So if your website was built as a static one, converting into a responsive website is not going to be very costly. You don't need to redesign the whole website, spending thousands of pounds. You should be able to do it fairly quickly. Google has provided a test tool. If you put it there, and they will tell you, how much responsive it is. The next one is your site speed. This plays a critical role in SEO or page ranking. There are a number of tools. One of them I mentioned is if you put your URL into GTmetrix, it will show you. It will kind of show you what are the elements needs to be improved to make it faster. It also obviously depends on your server performance as well. It's not just optimizing the website alone. So use them. This will help us to optimize the web pages. The eighth one is about CDN, content delivery network. It's not about optimizing, but using CDN increases the speed. So if you increase the speed is significantly linked to your page ranking, and page ranking obviously linked with your such improvement, such impacts. So Google looks the speed as a favorable one. So CDNs helps to do that. Cloudflare is one of the free ones you can try. You can also use CDNs to provide first layer of protection from security point of view. So I wouldn't see why any website should not have a CDN. At least Cloudflare to start with, because it's free anyway. The next one is about the actual page content optimization. Let's look at the title, description, and keyword as a first thing. And that's the most important bit, needs to be optimized. There are plugins available from WordPress point of view, Yoast SEO and All-in-One SEO. These are two top plugins. There are plenty out there, but these two I would suggest to give a try before you try anything else, before you wasting your time on anything else. The screenshot I've given is from Yoast SEO. It gives an excellent insight about how that page looks like in terms of content. It's a wonderful tool. You need to start looking into every page and optimize them for its title and other things. As far as the page content optimization concerned, there are a few more elements you need to be conscious about. One is H1, H2 tags. You should have only one H1, because you can have only one important thing in your website, web pages, man. So that's important. Second one is about mentioning your keyword in the URL. Makes a big difference. Interlink the content within your website. Building external link is very important, but before that, interlinking is also known to have some impact on the search engine indexing, also on the impact. The next one is link to authority websites. You don't need to have a backlink from them, but the moment you establish a link, Google thinks because you are linking to a high authority content, your content should also be a high authority content. So it works to some extent, and then providing alt text, alt tag to images. Google needs to know if you are using images, what is that images for? So start using it. Include keywords in the first paragraph itself. It's useful for the user as well as the Google. So that's one other one. The important another bit is density of the keyword. Yoast talks about Moz, and Yoast talks about 0.5 to 2% keyword density. If any keyword needs to be there, it should be there in that ratio. Minimum I'm talking about. It should be a balance. And then use related keywords as well. Experts talk about it. We should provide obviously social shares so that it will be shared across. So without a social share, we shouldn't have a big page at all. The number of plugins for that available, we should be able to you should be able to use it fairly easily. So that's the kind of broad summary about what are the elements to optimize from WordPress point of view for on-page SEO. Um, any doubts, feel free to contact us, and I'm happy to help you. If you like the video, please share and like it. I hope that video was useful to you. Until we see you in another video, thank you very much for your time. See you. Bye bye.